Well, guys, it finally happened. We knew it was going to, but I wasn't sure when it would actually drop. But the Gavin Newsom versus Donald Trump and Pete Hesgeth lawsuit has dropped. Gavin Newsom, in his official capacity as governor of the state of California, versus Donald Trump in his official capacity as the president of the United States, and Pete Hesgeth in his official capacity as Secretary of Defense. So, what does this mean? Well, we're going to be in federal court to hear about whether or not a federal judge is going to issue an injunction on removing the National Guard. So let's talk about this. And make sure you stay tuned for, let's call it, legal incompetence. Does Donald Trump, and I've already talked about this a couple times here on the channel, but does Donald Trump, as president of the United States, have the authority to activate the California National Guard? Yes, he does. Does Donald Trump, as president of the United States, have the authority to activate the National Guard without permission from the governor of California? Yes, he does. Does Donald Trump, as yada, 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 have the authority to do it without activating the Insurrection Act, without saying there's an insurrection going on, the California governor is unable or unwilling to do his job, so I'm going to step in? Yes, he does. So that's where we are. He has not activated the Insurrection Act. The California governor is not willing to activate the National Guard, and there is issues going on in LA. So where are we? We're under Title 10 U.S. Code Section 12406, which permits the federalization of the National Guard in cases of rebellion, invasion, or when federal law enforcement is obstructed, including to secure federal property. There is no rebellion, okay? As much as I see what's going on in LA as a rebellion, it's not a rebellion. As much as I see what's happened along the southern border as an invasion, it has not necessarily been classified as an invasion, and I do not think the courts would call it an invasion, even if I believe it to be an invasion. But is federal law enforcement being obstructed? Well, let's look at LA. Let's look at all the videos of state police, LA police, and ICE. I mean, 5 days ago, whatever it was, we had a business owner in LA lock ICE and DHS agents in his business to prevent them from being able to carry out their orders. That is obstruction. Check. Securing federal property. Well, where is the National Guard? We saw them earlier. We saw a video of Maxine Waters, glorious Maxine Waters, yelling at National Guardsmen who were there defending federal property. It's funny. This all sounds like stuff the National Guard's allowed to be activated about to help secure. So what is the issue here? Well, the issue at the end of the day is that Donald Trump's making Gavin Newsom look bad. He's making LA look bad. And honestly, it's not Donald Trump's fault. It's Gavin Newsom's fault. Gavin Newsom has spent the last, 12 years in office doing absolutely nothing. He gives speeches. He goes on podcasts. He oils his hair back. And he's there just to be the white Democrat that is supposed to appeal to white citizens of the United States. And honestly, it doesn't work. So I said earlier that there was an even funnier issue with this lawsuit. So if we scroll over here and we look at the top here, in the United States District Court for the Northern District of California. That's okay, it's California. What's wrong with that? Well, California has 4 districts. They have the Northern District, which is along the coast until about halfway between San Francisco and LA. They have the Eastern District, which is about the same amount of distance down, but from that to the border. Then they have the Central District, which is basically south of Bakersfield, LA, and then just above San Diego. And then the Southern District, which is San Diego. This lawsuit has been filed in the Northern District of California. The capital of California sits in the Eastern District. That's where Gavin Newsom is currently standing. LA sits in the Central District. The President of the United States sits in D.C. Pete Hesgeth sits in D.C. Venue is not proper for this lawsuit. Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, if we scroll up a little bit, we also see that Rob Bonta, the Attorney General of California, is the attorney on this case. They have filed a lawsuit in an improper court. This lawsuit's going to get thrown out or removed to a different venue because it's in the wrong place. I don't even do litigation, and I know that. The first thing you do when you start typing this stupid lawsuit is go, let's make sure the caption's right. Because a lot of these lawsuits, they're form lawsuits. So you've got a Word document that would have this front page, and you would go through, you'd make sure that everyone's in there correctly. Does Luke Friedman, is that how he spells his name? You go down, you make sure the address is correct. And then you go down here and you say, okay, are we in the correct district of California? Well, let's make sure. You do your little legal analysis about venue, and you go, oh, wait, no. Venue is proper where the defendants are living or where the incident took place. The incident has taken place in LA, not in their northern district, not in San Francisco. It's definitely interesting. It's pretty pathetic. I mean, these are attorneys who do this for a living, and they've messed up this badly. Can't wait to see what happens next, guys. Stay tuned.